What's up everyone, this is Lacrosse, and today we're doing a film breakdown for sideline swap of Chris Gray, recent transfer from Boston University down to Chapel Hill for UNC. Chris Gray was an All-American last year, two-time All-Patriot member, and was third in Division I in points last season with over 6.5 points a game. Today, we're gonna talk about Chris Gray, go through some clips, and see and discuss about the impact we think he's gonna make at UNC next year as a high-profile transfer. After watching Chris, one of the things I really love about his game is that I think he's a physical attackman, not afraid to get to the net, but he's also a playmaking attackman, knowing when to distribute, knowing how to hit the one-more passes, sometimes normal or lever passes, sometimes behind the back. So he's got a wide range of skill set. He's a strong righty. I think he's someone that's going to make a big impact immediately for Carolina and really give them a spark with a lot of the talented athletes they have all over the field. So if we kind of get into it here, here's a nice job of Chris kind of carrying up the field, but having the IQ to recognize, right, that his teammate is following him a little slick behind the back for a little turn the corner and finish. He has the ability to distribute the ball in a lot of different ways. Here's an example of his playmaking ability off the end line. So coming out of a restart, little hesitation hop into a split underneath, and then protecting his stick while he's physical, not afraid to turn the corner and finish in front. This is something I think is going to be really dynamic for UNC. They've had a lot of midfield dodgers and have initiated their offense from the midfield a lot in recent years since the graduation of Joey Sankey and Jimmy Bitter, and I think having Chris Gray at attack will be a big bonus for their offense. Here's a nice example as we get into a little transition set. I think Chris's decision making is really strong. So here we got a little 3-on-2, unsettled, kind of looks it off, and then a nice one more touch pass as his teammate catches and finishes. So he's got the ability to put up points and make other guys around him better. An example here, playing on the inside. So instead of having the ball and initiating, him playing off ball in the crease. Nice job catching, the awareness to feel the defender sliding to his back off the catch, and then being able to just turn and fire a backhand shot, I think speaks to his strength as a right-handed scorer. So again, another transition situation. This is something I think is going to be a big spark for UNC, is his ability to be a threat in transition. So here, recognizes a poor defender's approach, winds up because he's a threat to score the ball from 8 to 10 yards, and he winds up, hitches and gets underneath, finishes in front, using his body, being physical, not afraid to take checks and get back to the front as he finishes. So a guy that's dynamic, being able to score points in transition, score points in settled, and make those right decisions, which is something that's going to be really big for Carolina as they start the 2020 spring season. Quick start off of the side, low time here on the clock. So this is a situation where you have to get to the net. Fourth quarter, they're down by 1 against Harvard. So this is where if you have a player that you can give the ball to at the end of the game and they can make plays, that's really key. So in this Harvard game, right, well, split dodge gets underneath, taking it hard to the net, diving finish, right, ties the game at 11 for his team, 1 second left. So that dynamic playmaking ability is really what Chris Gray is bringing to the table, and he's doing it in a lot of different facets. So here's a nice clip, an example of Chris refusing the pick and getting to the top side. One thing that I think after watching a few of his plays and a few of his games is that he has good explosiveness out of his dodge. So here he's setting up his defender to maybe get underneath, and as he catches his defender looking at the pick, ready to run under and try and fight through and maintain a matchup, that's when he refuses it and gets back to the top side, eventually sticking it up the hash shot. So he has some nice explosion. If you kind of rewind and look at as he makes that plant with his left foot, he has good pop getting out of that little right to right refuse to pick. Really nice placement high and away, right? So he's able to mix up his finishing in different spots. And then here's a nice example too. Now you're digging into his versatility as a dodger. So we've seen a lot in this video of him attacking from behind, him scoring inside, and now he's showing you a dodge off the top against the pole where he's coming over the top. They try and set a pick. It's not an effective pick, but he makes a hard move to get to his right, gets down hills, running through a check, nice little jump shot going down the alley, sticks it high and away. So you're seeing multiple ways and ability of scoring, and then you're also seeing here his ability to distribute the ball. So now he comes underneath off the pick, doesn't have anything, his eyes are up, he's ready to feed, puts it on the stick, and he's setting his teammates up. So unfortunately, he'll be going against Duke and my former squad, but otherwise it'd be really exciting to see Chris in the ACC competing against a lot of high-level talent and competing with UNC and seeing how in the 2020 season he can make those around him better, but expect a dynamic playmaker who can score from different spots on the field and make his teammates better and put the ball in his teammates' stick. So appreciate you guys tuning in. I do a lot of breakdowns myself at First Class Lacrosse and on our online platform, and also make sure that you're subscribing to Sideline Swap and tuning in as they're posting a lot of great content through gear bag videos, breakdowns, workouts, and more. So hope you enjoyed, hope you follow along, and thanks for tuning in.